wanted to say hello and invite you and let you know about an Ask Me Anything, an AMA, if you will, that I'm hosting tonight in the Transurfing School Group. If you're interested in coming and hanging out, I put a link in the description. It's the very first link in this video. You click that link, you go into the school group, and then there's a pinned post with the information. Several people are already asking questions on the post. You can do the same, or you can also pop in and ask questions live in the actual AMA on the Zoom call. Really excited about it. This is something that I do only every so often, and I have actually some really cool info to present with you. And not to mention, I just put out a brand new transurfing course where you can learn reality transurfing in one day. That's right, you can learn it today before the call. Call's coming up in just a few hours. Really excited about it. I love to do these. I love to connect with folks. I love to share this information. I love to share anything that I think is going to be insightful and helpful. And I love to do it with like a little bit of a visual demo, right? We're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about balance. We're going to be talking about how to use the reality transurfing principles and learn to choose tonight together live on the Ask Me Anything. And then from there, you guys can ask me literally anything. You can ask me whatever you want, and I'll do my best, okay? If it's reality transurfing related, I probably have a pretty decent answer for you. But if it's off topic, you know, I don't know if I'll be able to really help too much. But I'm excited. I learned about reality transurfing. Gosh, when was that? 2016 is when I first found out about the book. I'm looking for my copy here. It's on the shelf here. Yeah, and then I read Tufty in 2018, and that is an amazing book as well by Vadim Zeeland. Man, both those books just like really blew my mind, and then that is what really catalyzed a transformation for me. It really answered a ton of questions about reality. It let me know what was going on. It confirmed a ton of my suspicions about what was going on in reality, and did a pretty damn good job in what, like 900 pages to be able to kind of like tell you, give you the scoop. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Chandra? What's up, Samina? It's nice to see y'all. What's up? How y'all doing? So I'm doing an AMA tonight. That's what I'm on here yapping about live in the school group. So if you're not already in the school group, click the link underneath this video and you can hop in the school group. I've got a Zoom link in there and all that. You can click that. What's up, Jason? How's it going, homie? You can click that. You can hop into the school group, and then we'll do a live AMA in there tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. How am I? Where am I? Look, I am so good. Come on. And I'm in my little laboratory here, getting all prepped for the AMA tonight. Hope to see you guys on there. I've got some, like I said, some teaching tools. I love to do the whiteboard stuff. I love to talk about these concepts and how this stuff can really help you, and spell it out and demonstrate it and show you exactly what the concepts are. Like I said, I discovered the reality transurfing book in 2016. I'll never forget it. Hey, come to the AMA tonight. You can promote it. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's actually a couple, and it's a goddess too. But yeah, I discovered it in 2016, and I read it, and I was blown away. I could not believe at how in depth it was and how many questions that it answered. And I decided that I had to just get the word out about this book. So that's exactly what I started to do. And so if you guys know, on my main channel, it's just Bootsy Greenwood. This one's Reality Transurfing with Bootsy Greenwood. So I'm just talking about transurfing here. On the other channel, I talk a lot about reality transurfing as well. And I actually have a premiere interview with Quasi Yo here, if you guys know who that is. A pretty well-known dude, realitycreator.com, awesome guy. We're doing a premiere tomorrow morning over there on that other channel. So I believe there's a link for that underneath the video as well. And it's definitely on my feature channel too. So I'm really excited about that. Quasi, super awesome guy. We came and talked about some reality hacks that were actually quite interesting. And one of those I'll share actually with you guys since you're here on the live. And that is we come from an emotional development. So as human beings, if we were to look at this and through like the evolutionary psychology lens, okay, we were primarily emotional creatures, right? We were like rah, 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 blah, blah, blah. We didn't have language, but we had feelings. We could feel things. We couldn't communicate in logic yet. That logic part came on second. That's the second part of our development as human beings, right? And so when you kind of realize that, it makes you kind of like step back and say, huh, interesting. So we intellectualize a lot in our society, which is fascinating. And it's amazing, like that's one of the things that reality transurfing does so well, is it spells out a lot of the energetic dynamics that we see and perceive, but we don't really necessarily have words for, and it does a really good job of explaining that. But what's interesting is that we were primarily emotional creatures first, right? And so that was the beginning of our development. So we could perceive of energy, right? We could feel energy. And so one of the things that through my development that I've started to notice that has come online for me is that I can feel and experience and sense energy now more so than I ever could before I really started practicing these principles. And it kind of takes putting them into action. It kind of takes, putting some work into it to be able to do it. But once you start to put this stuff into practice and put it online, you do start to become more perceptive at a core energetic level. It's energetic dynamics that you're starting to experience and understand in a subtle way. It's sub-communication, they say, even though that's our primary mode of communication. So we intellectualize and rationalize a lot of the stuff in our left brain, which is cool, and I like that. And also, we'll talk about that. We'll also, experiment, and I can share some insights with you guys on the AMA that you can start to put into practice now. So you can start to really play with these concepts and practice them for real, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of great new practices in Transurfing yourself. There's a ton in Tufty, and these are really, honestly, from the old guard, from Castaneda, from the Toltecs, Don Juan. These practices and awarenesses and understandings are from our primal nature, from an earlier time, from the ancients. So it's really exciting. Let's see, Elsa Kinneywan. Don't be messing with me, Vladimir, all right? Elsa, happy birthday to you. Of course, I'll do a shout out on your birthday. Happy birthday, Elsa. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you. Good for you. Glad you're here. Glad you're, living on this planet. What a freaking miracle it is. It's unbelievable that we even exist. The other day, guys, I'm going to tell you a secret that's not really a secret. I was rafting down the Gauley River in West Virginia with some friends of mine, and we flipped our raft over. Wound up taking a nasty swim on a Class 5 rapid called Pillow Rock. It's an epic rapid, one of the coolest ones in the world. I was down in the water for quite some time. There's video of this, by the way. I do have video. And I came up, and I was so happy to be breathing air. So one of the things that we talk about a lot in reality transurfing is establishing the wave of fortune and beginning that in a way where we can find something to be grateful for. And I'll be honest with you, nothing will make you more grateful than realizing how nice it is to be alive. Okay, so Elsa, I want to say happy birthday to you. Glad you're alive. Appreciate it. One of the things you can do too also, guys, you don't have to almost drown like I did. You can hop into a cold plunge. There's lots of other ways, to get some dopamine and serotonin rocking in your brain. That'll give you some gratitude, some excitement, and start to build that wave of fortune, which synonymously is called the winner effect in science. So we'll talk about those things a little bit more in depth tonight, and I'll answer any questions. Again, the link for the AMA is in the description of this video, right underneath the video. The first link, you click that, you go into school, and then in school, there's a post in there that you'll see, and it will be like, hey, AMA, you can ask your questions in advance. You can go ahead and ask those. I'll address those. I'll do a little spiel at the top. I'll explain what the hell this is, and we'll talk a little bit about that. And then from there, we'll hang out. I'll answer any questions that you guys have about reality transurfing. Okay, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Happy birthday, Elsa. Excuse me. Good luck with your t-shirt printing biz, Samina. I am happy to support any way I can. Yeah, get on the call, y'all. Steph knows what it is. Yeah, that's right. So we'll be there tonight live in school. Looking forward to it. Really, really excited. Thanks for being a subscriber here. And check out the premiere with Quasi on my other channel, Bootsy Greenwood, tomorrow. Have a good one. We'll see you guys in school. And yeah, happy birthday. Once again, Elsa. Shout outs galore. That's what we're going to do. All right. Peace out, guys.